Va salute. This is Troy Pacelli of Last Call, and I'm just here to let you know that the following live stream is rated R for adult language, highly inappropriate jokes, and oh, who the are we kidding? We have no idea what is going to come out of Gorilla's mouth. Viewer discretion is advised.
Light up, let the good vibes flow. It's Gorilla Cigar Lounge, the place to go. Politics, nerds, and the good old days. Grab your drink, join the talk, let's set it ablaze. Welcome to the lounge where the smokes rise high, where we talk what matters, no sugar, no lie. From galaxy far away to the world outside, Gorilla Cigar Lounge where legends reside. Starships and memories, debates get real. We're saving the world with a mic and some seal. Laughs and wisdom, we're bringing the heat. So pull up a chair, you're in for a treat. Welcome to the lounge where the smokes rise high, where we talk what matters, no sugar, no lie. From galaxy far away to the world outside, Gorilla Cigar Lounge where legends reside. Starships and memories, debates get real. We're saving the world with a mic and some seal. Laughs and wisdom, we're bringing the heat. So pull up a chair, you're in for a treat. Welcome to the lounge where the smokes rise high, where we talk what matters, no sugar, no lie. From galaxy far away to the world outside, Gorilla Cigar Lounge where legends reside. So spark up that stove, let's start the show. At Gorilla Cigar Lounge, let the conversation flow.
And hello, everyone, and welcome to another Cigar Lounge, where tonight it's titled Once Upon a Time. Everybody goes on a fucking tangent, so let's get everybody's tangents out of the way tonight. So we're not going on tangents during the Walton stream.
Oh my
Lord. With me, I got Larry, who is back from his hiatus. He blew out his shoulder wrestling a giraffe in Africa, but he's back now. How's it going?
I'm working it hard right now, baby. I'm working it hard.
Yeah, how was it? How was that safari, Larry?
Oh, it was incredible. Yeah, I'm back, and half of me is still here. But welcome into Be Yourself Adventures as well, because I am streaming this guy. See, every time I go like this, it say I'm pointing the wrong way.
I know it's pointing the wrong way.
Opposite. It's always the opposite of what you want.
To me.
So
it's kind of like they went that way and that way, which I want to find a copy of that.
They went that way.
Moira.
Yeah, and PvP shows up, and then all of a sudden my face is covered up with the music. I was like, great way to start.
Well, yeah, sure. Blame PvP. Yeah, that's my fault. Yeah, okay.
Have you learned PvP? Everything's your fault.
Well,
yeah.
Some days I kind of start to feel that way, but I'm trying to be optimistic.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate fruitcakes.
Yeah, Cynthia, how are you doing?
Oh, so we're hard on now. What? What?
So, what did you say, man? How do you know?
Well, Larry, Larry, we're saying you're always working. You're working it hard on, working it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Here,
I'm still not picking. Not dead yet.
No, I'm not dead
Mikey,
yet.
how are you?
I'm doing great, Larry, and Gorilla, and everybody. Thank you so much, Gorilla, especially for allowing me on here. And my brother Larry, I'm so glad to see you back. I'm glad you're feeling well.
Hold on, let me turn around. Okay.
He's bionic. Stop him!
I'm back.
Hi, back. I'm Gorilla.
Hey, Gorilla, I'm back.
PvP, how are you doing?
ABB?
Actually, it was a pretty really good work day. Actually, got lots of bookings, and it went by really fast. So that's always fun, especially at the start of the week because I've had early days. First day of the week. Sometimes it just you get nothing and it sucks. But today was really good. So week's off to a good start. So that put me in a good mood for sure.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's good. So let's say hi to everybody in the chat here.
Yeah, who's here?
We got Sit Dan here. He's saying hello to everybody. And welcome, Matt Arnold. Welcome. He goes, hello, everyone.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, what's going on, Matt?
And Sit Dan telling everybody hopes to enjoy the streams. Hey, Matt. And Larry, is that some hard liquor you having in the mini cup?
Oh yeah. I
was tempted to put some liquor in my Dr. Pepper here. I was tempted.
Yeah.
Pepsi, zero sugar.
Yeah, enjoy our chaotic cigar lounge. And hey, Scurvy, how's it going?
Hey, Scurvy.
Hey, Lemon.
Yeah. So Larry has a heart on now.
Yeah,
hi, Larry. How are you? Look, Larry's back.
Looks like Larry's back. And hello to
Drew
24.
Hey, Drew. You see, get Scurvy. You dropped it if you everyone have on YouTube, Matt.
Yeah, YouTube, Matt, have fun with us. Hey, you're allowed up here too. We can drag your butt up here if you want.
Before we start, I want to bring up a good point. Basically, when you guys have like a guest, and other people like say, "Oh, how come I wasn't invited?" What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to post on YouTube. YouTube posts. So if it's only going to be like a special guest or something like that, I will put that ahead of time. So not to make people think, well, I didn't get invited. What's going on? So if we do stuff like that, so that way people understand, oh, okay, so he has a special guest. And he's not really trying to throw everybody out the door. So I thought maybe that's a good idea, Gorilla, to do something like that. If you say you're doing one-on-one or something like that, and just say, you know what, hey, this is kind of a special occasion, this is that, what have you. So I think that's good. It's a good piece of knowledge for everybody to understand that, but put it out there, put it on the post, put it out there, Instagram, Facebook, what have you. Say, you know what, I got a special guest on tonight. It's just going to be like a one-on-one or this and that. And I'll see you on the next stream. Like this Thursday, I'm doing the top secret.
Top secret, yeah.
That's going to be whoever wants to come in.
Sure.
So, and I'm going to put Gorilla to sleep. I'm talking to you, Gorilla.
I'm not asleep.
I am talking. Can you hear the words coming out of my mouth? Oh, that's not
yes. Last thing you said is you do. Last thing you said is you stream over Night Court there and do Top Secret on Thursday.
Yeah, Night Court. Yeah, we're doing Night Court on Thursday. Yeah, right. Top Secret.
I thought you were doing Night Court though, weren't you?
Yeah, he's doing Night Court there. So, or Top Secret. So I guess we'll put Night Court off a week.
Okay.
Yeah, it's postponed in a week.
Top Secret.
Top Secret is a lot more funny anyway.
Is that one of those Val Kilmer ones?
Yeah, he plays a spy, but it's hilarious though.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, good. I haven't seen it actually yet.
Well, then we can't say anymore. You're gonna
don't spoil it.
Top Secret. We won't spoil it.
Larry has a good point though about when you post a one-on-one discussion or one-on-one interview or just something, so put it in like the title of the thumbnail or whatever, so everybody knows that it's not open panel stuff, right? And then everybody, everybody takes the time to look at that and inform themselves, then they shouldn't have a problem with it, right?
Right. And that's been my fault too. That's been my bad. I'm just like, was it last night? I think it was, or night before. I had Gigi and Fat Man Batman on just then because they wanted to do a little review of the video press kit. And somebody else says, well, why didn't you invite me? I don't this and that. So I'm going to start putting out posts on YouTube, which is mainly what it's used for, and do it that. But yeah, PvP, thank you. I appreciate that. People need to know before we just start being live. What did you say?
Yeah.
You know, I just rather do that respectfully.
Yeah, you
Well,
could always put something in the stream posting group on X, I guess, or maybe
Right.
just spread the news on Facebook is always good. Like I always get a lot of good information people post on Facebook. So
mhm.
Right.
Yeah. Well, PvP and I, when we start our conversations next week, we call them JAS Live, which is pretty much open to anyone that has interest in the topic. We're discussing the top drummers in rock history, and then after that, any kind of subject. So if anybody
Well-
wants to come up and join us, they're more than welcome.
You're just gonna have to do a tangent special, but catch up with
Tangent.
chat. Matt Arnold here goes down about Gorilla's channel chat.
Well, there you go.
Sweet. Larry, if people ask why you were not invited, tell them because you don't like them.
Nice.
No. Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Larry's telling everybody welcome. Great to see you too, Mikey.
Thank you, Lemon.
It's scurry.
Ignore
And hey,
the
old
merch.
man Burton, how's it going? Dale Gorilla, Lemon Pie, yeah, panel and chatters. Well, welcome, old man Bird.
Welcome,
Hey,
Larry
man.
Bird.
And hey, welcome, Hunt with
Hello, Miss
Rebecca.
Rebecca. Welcome,
hi,
welcome.
Rebecca.
Welcome.
So,
Now,
so
PvP, I do got a
Mhm.
question for you.
Okay.
When's the official results for the Canadian election?
Well,
what's going on with that right now?
we had the advanced polls for 4 days over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Easter Monday. I went on voted on Sunday, and I talked to some of the election workers, sitting behind the table when they took my voter's card and gave me my ballot to go and put my X on, and they said this turnout has been quite heavy this year, like quite heavy, which I think is a good sign for the Conservatives personally, because generally when the turnout in the pre-election, days, when it's heavy, that's usually a sign that people are fed up about something and they want things to change, right? At least that's
Yeah.
my gut feeling.
Right.
Election day, though, Gorilla. Actually, I was going to ask you this anyway tonight. I was thinking about this when I was working today, and I was like, "It's election day is next Monday, on the 28th of April. The results won't start coming in until 8 o'clock my time, which is Pacific. So I don't know if anybody's planning on doing a stream.
I can do a cigar lounge that night if you
Yeah.
guys can give me an election tracker like we got for ours.
Gosh, I don't know if we have one in Canada, because when we did the Trump election, were you playing any of the media coverage on that stream?
Yeah, I had Fox News up, and they had the election
Okay.
maps, and I had my personal picks out the side, which I'm still proud to say I only got one state wrong. I mean, granted, 30 states, you already know who the fuck they're voting for.
All right.
Yeah.
They're Cubans.
No, but I was so impressed, Gorilla, by your political knowledge and savvy that night, because there were so-called, experts and pundits and people that should know better, totally predicting like a landslide for Harris, saying, "Oh, Trump doesn't have a chance," blah blah
Yeah.
blah. And it's like, we know what happened, don't we?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, the trouble is, though, well, actually, it might be fun to put on the mainstream legacy media, because they're so pro-liberal, it's painful, right? They are.
Yeah.
Well, CBC gets $1.5 billion funding from the liberal government every year. So, like,
Yeah.
they're not going to be biased, right?
No.
Yeah.
If you post anything, Gorilla or PvP, you and I know this well. If we were to post any kind of tracker from CBC or any of those guys, which we don't trust in the media, it'd be a shit show. So we need to find an independent tracker that's tracking the
Yeah,
vote.
I don't know if any of you guys want to help out and look for that. I don't know. I mean, I've never looked for an independent tracker, because I used to just watch the results on the mainstream media years ago.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they suck so bad now that they're pointless. The only good thing is like putting the CBC on and watching the painful look on their faces when they realize, riding after riding after riding is going blue with the
Yeah.
Conservative Party. that would be kind of hilarious to watch, because I'm
Yeah.
sure it's going to be just like the U.S. election, where they're just like their jaws drop and they can't believe what's happening.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
wait, PvP, did you say blue for conservative?
They're backwards up there.
Conservatives
Yeah,
are
you were
blue.
all
Here.
backwards up here.
Liberals are red. Conservatives are blue.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
weird.
we're backwards.
That's
Yeah,
really
Hey,
weird.
we're Canada.
yeah, of course.
Of course, we're weird.
Oh,
Hey, but I'm
Canada.
still a transplant. I'm
Yeah.
a transplant maple leaf syrup.
Art.
I gotta wait till I
Yeah,
get
and,
a
and I will
card.
say this:
All right.
when people say a red scare, do they mean a conservative scare or a blue scare? Then down here,
Yeah.
Oh,
Just a sec. Matt Arnold says normally when I go live, I post a link for anybody to come up. Yeah. And Screw says hi to Old Man Bird. And welcome Raquel. So now we have to be on our best behavior because we do have a lady in the chat.
Oh,
we do.
Rebecca's a really sweet lady.
No, but I mean,
Raquel.
Raquel is also.
Oh wait, we
here,
got
too.
two ladies. We got two ladies today.
Yeah,
I
we have
forgot.
Rebecca and
Rebecca's on either sit-downs or
Mine.
So we got to be.
She's
got two
on.
ladies.
She's on his, Larry's. Okay.
Yeah.
She's on
Yeah,
mine.
it was like
Now we
three
just need
streams
Suzanne to
going
show
on.
up. We'll have three.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Kirby says rare chick alerted grills chat.
Nice.
Well,
I
as
just
we
want to-
know, Sir Lemon Pie or Sir Lemonade is always on
Yeah.
top of things.
Meow meow.
And Matt here says
Meow,
hit that
meow.
like button or else. LOL. I respect all prawns and chicks.
Nice. Nice.
Nice. Yeah, I hope so. Well, you know what I do, Larry? I do what you've been saying. I do that for my chats, but I also for my live streams. But I also ask people in advance if they're interested, like because we do the fan films on Saturday afternoons, and I know that Sif Dan's interested because he's a big Star Wars fan and a casual Star Trek fan. I know
Right.
I've invited PvP now because I know he likes to talk about those every once in a while. And I have two other friends, both Scott, who's Anchorman, and Elijah, who's Little Blue. They both love to talk about fan films.
Oh, there you go.
And Jay Aldridge too. I mean, when we talk about Star Trek fan films, he's really into that. So
Oh, yeah,
I
Jay
asked him in advance. That's what I do. I asked
Yeah,
him.
brother Jay, the thing is that he talked about Top Secret for quite a while now. And I figured, now the passing of Val Kilmer, I said,
Hey, Hey, Pop said I had the best joke that wasn't even in the movie, or a joke there that's better than the joke in the movie.
What joke?
They brought out the German Olympic team. I was like, oh, look, it's a modern Olympic team there.
Wow. Nice.
Well, you could have called them the evil N word too. Hey, look, it's the steroid N team. Yeah.
That's more like Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here we go.
I'm just looking at poll tracker for 2025 for the Canadian election, and all I'm finding so far is mainstream media stuff, and they're all saying the Liberals are have a huge lead in the polls, which I think is total crap. I don't believe it.
I call bullshit.
Bullshit. Yeah.
Just because Trudeau fucked up people over so bad there, I'm willing to bet. It may not be. What's your parties up there?
Okay, the governing scoundrels are called the Liberal Party of Canada, and they have ties to the Chinese communists. Apparently, I've heard rumors, and there's actually been some people caught, and I think there's some factual stuff there. If I had the time to look into it, then we have the generally it flips flop between Liberals and Conservatives. So we have the Conservative Party of Canada.
Don't forget the Green Party, PvP.
Oh, I'd like to forget the Green.
Very small.
No. I think they are forgettable, but I'll get to them. I'll get to them in the order of what I think is important.
All right. Yeah. Sorry,
probably third. It would only matter to the people in Quebec would be the Bloc Québécois separatists.
Yeah.
And I should say the NDP used to be in third place all the time, but Jagmeet Singh, that guy is such a miserably awful leader. I think they're going to go like way down. there are even people thinking that they're going to lose official party status, right? They're going
Really?
to get so few seats. Yeah. I think if you get less than 6 seats in the House of Commons, you don't get any, you get no funding because you lose your party status. So they'll really be screwed if that happens. But they deserve it. Jagmeet Singh, just look up Jagmeet Singh and watch some of this the stupid stuff he says on YouTube. It's actually shocking for the leader of a federal, national federal party to say some of the dumb shit he does. Is just, it's embarrassing, really.
Yeah.
Right.
And welcome, Booty Duty Nick. So,
And then you got the Greens. They're pretty much always. I think they got what, 2 seats or something. They're
I thought
basically,
you lose status if you lose.
yeah, they don't. They're still they still have 2 people in the House of Commons. They just don't get any funding,
Oh, okay.
right? And then there's also there's another one. It's the PCP party or something. They're basically another conservative party, but they don't have any seats. They got 0 seats, and they probably never will because they're just that minor, right? Because probably nobody hardly votes for them.
Right.
Yeah.
PvP, is that party a populist party, or is that party more on the fringes of your guys' right wing, or are they? What do you know about them?
The one I just mentioned.
What do you know about them?
I know very little, and I don't think most Canadians pay much attention because, as I say, I don't think they've ever elected a member to the House of Commons in their history. And I don't think they have much in the way of ideas or a platform, really. I think they probably are the far right party, but nobody seems to care because they just don't seem to have much in the way of any platform, right?
Yeah.
So
I would say about Jagmeet Singh, I would say he flips flops so much between both parties that pancakes would applaud him.
Hey, Mike, the reason
Yeah.
why I put exclamation point Mikey is because when I do that, Nightbot puts your channel link in there.
Yeah.
Right. I know. I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
Brain
That's
fart.
all right.
Here, Nick here says, I can't tell you the last time I answered a poll. Yeah, I always just fuck with them when they call me.
Yeah.
How about Nick? How about when was the last time you wrote a poll?
Nah, come on, Mikey.
No.
I couldn't resist. Sorry, Gorilla. Just a
Come on now.
It's just a joke, Nick. It's okay. Don't panic. Only women are allowed to ride polls.
Well, Mike, I would say. Well, the real question is, does Gorilla go all the way when he dances around a pole? Does he go all the way?
Oh God!
All
What?
right.
A man cave never should have a pole in there unless he invites personal ladies of the night to ride it. Otherwise, it's off limits to men. Men aren't allowed to touch a pole. Unless you're a fireman.
I gotta say, I think Gorilla's getting tangents big time here. So he's getting what he wanted.
Yeah, get your tangents
When we start talking about guys' poles being ridden, it's like, it's really gone off the rails.
Yeah.
By the way, I found one tracker. If you want to take a look at that website there, Gorilla, it's actually the only one that looks reasonably accurate. At least it's given the liberals and conservatives basically neck and neck on their research. I don't believe polls were second, though, because usually they do a sample of a couple thousand people. And depending on what ridings they ask the questions in, that's going to skew the polls, isn't it?
So
yeah, PvP. I think that Main Street was one of the more reliable polls during the Trump and Harris election, and I do recall Mainstream being Main Street Research.
Well,
one of those. Yeah,
they're the only one that looks like reasonable, because when I look at CBC or CTV, the legacy media, they've got the liberals ahead by at least 10 points, which I think is just ridiculous. I really do.
Yeah, it is. But Main Street Research is probably one of the more impartial ones. So if anything, we should use them in the election on the 28th.
Yeah, if it's actually live that night, it might be worth considering. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the people and the new Democrat Conservatives bloc, the Bloc Party. Okay.
The bloc are basically looking like they're going to come in third place in this election because, as I say, Singh is such an atrociously inept leader. I mean, look, they got prediction of 5 seats.
Wow.
Yikes.
Let's see. No, I get it, and I did vote, but my taxes go up every year anyhow. My taxes went down the last time Trump was in office.
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing a lot. He's actually doing a lot. It's making my head.
But some of his candidates there, I'm still on the fence with that Pam Bondi chick. Yeah, she's getting fucking looking, but where's all these fucking files he promised to fucking release?
What do you mean, like on JFK and all this stuff?
Yeah, the JFK assassination.
Or all those Epstein files are all shit that's been previously released.
That's what I want.
Warlords, I'm not condoning violence, and I'm not going to go actually after someone. Okay, so I always said that because of JFK. I'm just trying not to get you knocked off there, girl.
PvP. How big is your guys' Quebec block up there? Like, is it just a minor party, or is it a major minor party where the conservatives or liberals have to form a somewhat loose alliance with them to get a majority in you guys' parliament?
No, they generally don't have much impact federally. Generally, they come in fourth place, usually behind the New Democrats. But as I mentioned previously, the New Democrats they're such a dumpster fire right now that the bloc is probably going to win definitely a number of seats more than the NDP will. I mean, it's hard to really predict. I mean, this is probably one of the most volatile elections I remember since I've been voting since like the 1970s too, right? So I voted in a lot of elections, and I generally voted. I voted pretty much every election, municipal, provincial, and federal. The only time I didn't bother voting was about what was it, back in the 80s? I think John Chrétien, the then Liberal leader. Everybody was predicting such a massive win, and the pretty much the general consensus was he was going to landslide it, and I think he got like 96% of the votes that year.
Right.
So he just crushed everybody else basically. So it's like, no, I'm staying home.
When it comes to voting, the first president I voted, but it's for his second term, was Ronald Reagan. I mean, that's that's who I voted for. That's
right.
Same.
But I followed, Richard Nixon and Carter and all that stuff.
So I was what they would call a stalwart Democrat, Larry.
Yeah,
you know this.
Yeah, Nixon
for the longest time, with the exception of certain ones.
Nixon there. God, my sisters weren't even swimming in my dad's ball sack yet. They're way older than me.
Nice.
Nice.
Nixon got booted out. I remember when Ford got in and then Carter got in. That was a disaster and a half.
That was crazy.
I would say this. For me and Guerrilla, our first presidents elect, if we did elect first for Guerrilla, it's probably the second Bush presidency that he probably voted in. And for me, it was the either the Trump and Hillary elections, since that was the running mates when I was a voting age.
Yeah. No, my first vote, and I apologize now for it, Obama.
Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry.
Please forgive me. I was a retarded 20-year-old.
Okay, well, I'll use that as an excuse for you then. Okay.
Hey, I actually
now I'm a retarded 33-year-old.
I don't even want to know what I am right now, so I'm not going to even go there.
I actually voted Liberal when Trudeau first came on the scene because he seemed like he had fresh ideas, and the Conservative Party in power then were looking like tired. And the big mistake the Conservatives made back like 10 years ago in that election, their leader came out and basically said in a live conference on stage that he was going to cut the pension age from 65. He was going to raise it to 67. And when you talk about jacking up the pension age 2 years, a lot of seniors do get out and vote, and they were not happy. And I think that's probably what cost the Conservatives the government that election, actually.
Wow.
Let's see. Booty says you live and you learn. Let's see. Guerrilla vote for Obama because Obamacare appealed to his junk food and booze lifestyle. Oh, come on. I don't drink that much. I mean, granted, my nickname in high school was Nemo. Well, it's more like Finding Nemo, but that's a whole different song.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about my high school days.
Yeah. Yeah. And Lana sang a
Say
song
that song
you
you
learn.
learned. Yeah, you learned.
And
Next.
hey, Suzanne, we
Hey, Suzanne Extine.
yeah, welcome.
Hey, Suzanne.
Yes,
We got
Suzanne.
3 women in the chat now. Lemon, what are you going to do about that?
You're getting
Go to the
outnumbered,
south
Kirby.
side?
You're getting outnumbered. We got the ladies today. Though I am glad to say we did get Nemesis even past his threshold there to get to monetization. So
we did? Yay.
yeah, he just has to get approved by the YouTube overlords. Nice. But his streams are pretty tame. He should have no problem. It's just there, except when I come and say some crazy stuff in the chat.
So he had plenty of watch hours. He had a lot because all the gaming.
Yes. He just needed that. He just needed the subs, and we got. I shared out the stream to a few of the Twitter groups and a few of the Discord groups, and I figured we'd get the 3. I wasn't expecting 7 people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was gonna say we always enjoy every once in a while. Like I love having Charlotte Nightstar. You know, she also likes to attend our fan film streams every once in a while. And the webcams I do during the week, which is fun. I see Connie Clary there all the time. I see Suzanne Extine every once in a while. Raquel comes in, you know. But last night it was great. We had Miss Martin Muses. We had never, ever had Miss Muses. Teresa, she's known by. That's her real name. But we had never had Teresa on a previous panel that I was aware of. So this was the first time we ever got to have her.
That's our first panel.
Nice.
And to be honest, I was kind of hoping you show up because that's one of the subjects. If we want anybody to talk about the subject there, it'd be her. She knows a lot about.
Sure. Hey, Gorilla,
like,
I have a
question about Catholicism. She's the one that.
Right, Gorilla, I got a question. You were telling me earlier about the Reddit, and I basically, I guess, signed up, what have you. You know, I guess I have my own profile, and so does that really work if you post your videos on there in that certain group, like you said, Arizona?
I don't know. It's an idea I was throwing out there. I was going to try to start some Reddit stuff there, but I never finished it. There and like my stuff there. Like I don't know where to post it.
Right.
You know, I've been posting some Walton stuff. Some people have come checked it out. Then there's others that said, I ain't watching that no damn 3-hour review.
Nice. No, I put a post out there, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, I've been putting stuff like in the Waltons one, and that seems to get a little traction. Not, right. But also the Waltons has like 400 some people in the thing there. But if you show like your adventure there, people might sit down and check out a 30-minute video. There, especially if it's like the Arizona one or.
Right.
Or what that one saloon you're in, or that one town there. There might be an actual subreddit for that. There might be a Reddit for Prescott. You know.
Yeah, that was crazy. I'm going to tell you again. And I was just telling Gigi and Richard last night that I had some. Hold on, what time? No, those are little ones. The banquet. Yes. We had a weird thing happen. I was sitting a couple nights ago. I had my, guitar in a good guitar case. I'm going to explain everything here. I have a Beanie Baby frog draped over the top of it. Then I put a hat on to make it look like he's wearing a hat. Just being me, goofy. And it's been there for a long time. And I looked over, and all of a sudden the hat started going down. It was just like it was pulled down, real quick. Just went like this, and then boom, went down. Mm-hmm. So that was odd. And then yesterday, I heard my name called out twice. So I thought,
it wasn't Diane. But it wasn't Diane.
No, I thought, at first I was getting out of my Jeep. I went to go get something, came out of my Jeep, walking in and getting ready to go in the house. I heard somebody call my name. I thought it was across the street. Very clear as day, but it was a lady's voice. Then I was going in the house, working on stuff, getting things prepared for the live. Then I heard my name again. I said, okay, I got to go see what Diane wants. And I said, what's going on? She said, I didn't call you. So we had
Larry.
that. So this shit, part of my French is happening from is Prescott. The lights go out, all that. Ronnie put her little cat ball on there and it blinked and did all that. To all this other stuff, I don't know if it's something that's just put out there or what have you. I don't know what the heck is it. What it is.
Larry, I have a guess of what it is.
What?
Whiskey Row in Prescott has always been heavily haunted
Oh yeah,
for years and years. You took a spirit home.
yeah. Just
I
like
told you.
Disneyland, the Haunted Mansion. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Which one
Yeah.
did I take home?
We took home the one in Prescott. The one I told you in your video, if you look real carefully, there's a wisp of smoke that shouldn't be there that appeared when you mentioned about the lights, and then the lights went off.
Okay, have any of you come across anything like that? I mean, literally watch something just get pulled down and
Oh yes. We have a few
Well, I'll
hundred-
tell you my ghost. I'll tell you my ghost story here after we catch up on the chats here real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
those stories. All
Scurvy
right.
says another dame. Like hello. Oh, it's Suzanne. I now deny say chick or broad or dame, or I'll be in trouble.
Yeah, they'll personally
Yeah.
fly to Texas and scare them on a
No.
barbecue.
Now now I was in the sleep in the middle of the night. And I kind of like woke up, half opened my eyes there, and I
Right.
swore I saw a man walk through the wall there. Now, in all fairness, though, I was 3 shits to the wind that night.
Yeah.
But
Well, see,
Well, but Larry is not the one. Tends not to be the one to get drunk. So if he's saying he saw something that doesn't look right and stands out, we have 3 spirits that will prove to you, Larry, that you're talking exactly sense and not talking nonsense. You're
well, my
talking
mom
sense.
it happened to my mom when she was young. I mean, she had a boyfriend that was killed in Vietnam, and then later,
Right.
you know, when I was really, really little out in California.
Mhm.
It was late at night. She was just laying in bed. All of a sudden, the wind picked up in the room. The door flew open. This
Mhm.
black figure came over towards her bed, just stood there, and she was wide awake. And my, you know, so-called father wasn't around.
Right.
And she just yelled, and then she closed her eyes, and then she heard the door close, and it was gone,
Sorry.
almost like a demon.
Well, I told you what happened to us when we went to Jerome. We went to the Jerome Grand Hotel like you and Jim did,
Oh,
and
before they even opened.
we, yeah. But we had I told you about our experiences. The whole area has many graves of native Indians in the area that were killed by the army or by other sources. And this is so weird. I get up there with Suzanne, and all of my batteries. I had 16 pairs of batteries, Larry. All of them were drained. Not a single one. I couldn't use any of them for my camera. I had brought a video camera I had. And all of a sudden, like when the last battery I was checking was drained, I get this weird phone call. It's my mother out of the blue. She says, "Oh, Michael, did you remind Suzanne about the Indian, the grave sites and the spirits?" And I said, "Holy, you know what?" And I was like, then I knew, like at that point.
Yeah,
So
Buddy Nick said ghost stories, and I'm not trying to get into the ghost stories thing, but that reminds me, Mike, of what happened to me at the Queen Mary. This was
yes,
back in probably 2005 or something like that, and then I have an 8mm camera and or that mini DV camera or something like that. Getting all the batteries all charged, everything else. I was getting ready to just do a lot of video of the Queen Mary. And as soon as I start doing it, the whole camera just died, stopped working, nothing. The batteries, and then I put a new battery on there, nothing.
drained.
Yeah,
Yes.
totally drained. And look, oh, that's scary. Look at Gorilla.
Yeah.
He's scared.
Well, I told you about the same experience. Well, similar experience I had. Bernadette, who lives there in Long Beach, took me over to the Queen Mary. We visited it. We went on our own. We didn't go on a tour or anything. We just went on our own. And I went over to where the captain's quarters was. And I swear, to this day, I saw the whole bed. This is encased in bulletproof tempered glass, and there shouldn't be any air at all going onto the bed. It's that way. It's situated that way. And all of a sudden, I see the entire sheet come over, like someone got into it. There was a bulge, and then it stopped for a few minutes. I called Bernard over quickly. I said, Bernie, get over here. And when I did, it went back into place like nobody ever went.
That would
I
be
can't
scary
explain it.
if you saw a bulge. That would just be wrong.
Well, I mean, just seeing a body, it felt like an
The body
outline
was
that
bulged.
went into the bed, and nobody's there.
Right.
Nobody's there.
Okay,
I'm like,
anybody else
how can you
PvP
say
sit down? Anybody in chat ever had some weird thing go on? I don't know how.
Experience they couldn't explain. Anybody in chat? Yeah.
Well, I got one I can explain there, but if you ever like be like sleeping like in a deep sleep there, then
Right.
you like get that sense that someone is watching you. You ever get that sense?
That you get the eyes on you? Yeah.
Yeah, so okay. Well, I was sleeping and my room was like out on the porch, so like we got a door here and there's like the 2 bedrooms in the porch and stuff. Well, I felt like when I was sleeping when I was in high school here, I was sleeping there. I felt like someone was watching me, and when I wake up, here somehow the cat got on the porch and he's like this close to my fucking face, sniffing me.
Yeah. JP's calls it a sleep paralysis demon. Well, it's a demon, all right. It's a shadow figure. It's a that you can't explain.
I told you.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, GPs, how's it going?
You need it.
Yeah, I've never had a supernatural experience. I have such a boring life.
Seriously.
Seriously, I never have.
You have a boring life there, BP.
Never been visited by any spirits in the middle of the night, or never saw.
You weren't even possessed in your.
Never saw a ghostly apparition walking through a wall or floating down a hallway, or no, never, nothing.
And you were never possessed. You never felt like you were possessed.
What about a dream that wakes you up and all? I mean, it's like something happens in a dream and you almost feel it.
Oh, I've had nightmares where, I feel it. Sometimes, you ever have nightmares that are so weird they make absolutely no sense at all to your real life?
Yeah.
I've had nightmares that are just like, I wake up and I'm like, holy crap, what the fuck was that? Kind of response, right? And I'm trying to put the pieces together, and I'm thinking, well, this happened and that happened and then that happened. Then all these people came in and did this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, I don't know any of these people. None of these people remind me of actual people in my real life.
Right.
And it's just like, and they're doing such bizarre things that make no sense to me. Like nothing real. I've had those dreams, nightmares. They don't relate to anything I've ever done in my real life ever. So I don't know where that shit, maybe that shit's coming from some supernatural realm or something. I don't know.
Yeah. PvP, can you read this one real quick?
Lemon Pie said, not even the ghost of eggnog passed. Yes, well, there you go.
Oh my God. Yeah, go ahead, Gorilla.
Let's see, Granted, I was working late, little sleep, driving home. I saw a white
ghost.
I don't know what that picture is.
It looks like a shoe. Looks like a running
shoe. Okay. I slowed down and everything when I got there. No person bang or nothing. Very odd. Yeah, that sometimes happens when you get those late nights there. Screw saying hi to everybody. Sleep paralysis demon. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He says, I'm alive. Anything I've seen can be scientifically disproven due to illness. Okay. I've had ghosts of the Taco Bell smells from the night before.
Oh my God. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jim, how's it going?
Hey, Jim.
Yeah. Larry, have you ever driven on State Route 93?
Oh gosh, yeah, plenty of time. I did not very long ago. I went to Vegas
I told you about the place that Suzanne and I stayed at. Is called the Stockton Inn and Stanford Inn, and Stanford Inn, and it's in Salome, and we stayed there one night. It's a witch's coven. We found that out, but too late because we had to stay one night. We were tired. We were on the way over to Lake Havasu City. And I was exhausted, so we just decided to stop in Salome there at that inn. Don't ever go to that Stanford Inn. It is haunted, and it has a witch's coven. Suzanne was caught in an experience in the middle of the night where, this door was shut on her. She couldn't get it open or anything. And these haunting voices that were trying to drag her to hell. And I had to save her life. So,
Well, it's strange things like that. I mean, when my son and I went to what was that hotel El Rancho in Galveston,
yeah, the El
Mexico.
Rancho. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen stories about it and everything else. I felt it's kind of weird. I felt at home, but I also felt eerie, especially when they took us to places that nobody else is supposed to see. The
Right.
security guard did that, and to this
Yeah.
day, I can't thank him enough for doing that, showing
Yeah.
us some scary stuff. So
Yeah, well, going back to the Jerome Grand Hotel for a moment, I did get to see Claude Harvey and took a picture of him. I have that picture. It has his spirit inside the Otis elevator. Claude
Wow.
Harvey almost killed the guy from Vegas, that Zach guy, who's a Satanist. Yeah,
Oh, Zach
Baggins. He
Zach
almost killed
Baggins?
him. Yeah, it's on
No,
video.
Zach.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zach.
Zach
Yeah.
Zach Baggins almost died at the Jerome Grand Hotel
That's
with
what it said.
that elevator.
Yes. Claude Harvey was pissed because
Oh,
the
yeah.
cameraman for Zach actually tried it and said, "Oh, this Claude Harvey doesn't exist. No, he's not here." And then out of the blue, as Zach is going underneath where
Yeah.
the elevator was stopped for a while, he goes there. It starts by itself, and it almost killed him and his cameraman by this much. Missed
Yeah.
him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
And,
Lockdown's in here.
yeah.
Hey, look on in. Hello.
And let's see. You woke up because of sticky fart. And welcome,
No.
locked on him. He goes, had one of those glass shards went in my arms and removed them. You can feel the sensations of glass being removed. No pain, but discomfort was there. Weird dreams. Oh yeah, I've had that where they've had to pull shit out of you. Weird. Here and hail and sorry, I've been frying up some chops. No worries. And out down on junk food and booze. And I'll be right back. I gotta go open a beer and pull out some pretzels.
Nice lemon pie.
Nice, Levin. Nice.
Very good
Yeah,
one.
I've had
Yeah.
a dream before. There was a young lady in a dream I had here. This was a little bit after I moved here. There's a place we call Scarborough Bluffs, and for some odd reason, some people actually do jump from the bluff, the highest point of it, and commit, their own death or something. And I
Right.
remember I was telling Suzanne for a couple of weeks, I had this lady's name in my head kept popping in there. It was Kate or something like that. And this young lady kept in my dream, kept jumping off the same point there on the bluffs because she was dared to jump. And she went and did it anyway. And I swear, I felt like it was a poltergeist that was on me for almost 3 weeks. I couldn't shake her. I couldn't understand what else to do. And I finally asked, I prayed to God I pray to God every day, but I prayed to God extra hard. I said, look, please bring Kate's soul to heaven or whatever. Do it, take her soul. Cause she's been in limbo for all this time, blaming herself, for being stupid. And then she goes back, kept doing it over and over again in my dream, like a loop. And finally one day I didn't feel her anymore. So I was like, I hope I was able to let her move on.
Those
Yeah.
are weird
And
things.
Suzanne
Yeah.
helped me too, because she can do that. She can help.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
And booger. Hey, I'm not gonna be
Hey,
like
booger.
lazy and outsource it to a clip. I'm actually gonna do it. Booger. Stop it in real quick. About to turn off the computer and go home from work. We'll try to log on when I get home. Well, you have a safe drive home there, Booger.
Yeah, please
night.
be safe, Booger. And Christine, good to see you too.
Good night, Burger.
Yeah, Booger.
Yeah, he goes up.
Night.
And Jim wants us to check out his Repair 3 review. We'll do. Thank you for putting that in there for us there, Jim.
Yeah, it's really cool. I checked it out. It's really, you guys got to check it out. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and his stories there are from his real life experiences.
Right.
Real life experiences, he says.
Yep.
Yeah, they're the inspiration.
All right. Well, to shift back to the cigar lounge theme, down here in my neck of the woods in the shitty state of California, as Gorilla would say it. Down in the LA
Yeah, you
region.
pronounced it wrong. It's
Okay.
California.
Mhm.
California, okay.
Californication, or what do you call it? Fornication, Californication.
No, well, no.
Californication.
Red Hot Chili Peppers called it Californication.
Yeah.
Red Hot Chili Peppers did.
That's it.
Chili peppers.
Well,
Yep.
anyway, for what I hear down here in the LA area, the city mayor is doing 1,600 city job layoffs because she can't get the damn budget correct, and she's a Democrat.
Did they outsource that one crazy looking Beetlejuice lady for another crazy lunatic?
Mm-hmm. I think they did, yeah.
I'm not 100% sure
I
about
don't
it.
know. Some people down in LA, one of somebody I know down there called them lost assholes, but I was like, hey, I can't help that.
Yeah.
I live in a San Francisco place, and they are out lost assholes. That makes total sense to me.
And no, screw me. I don't play Mega Millions. I'm a scratch off guy, and my scratch offs are always when Jill swears on the panel there.
Yeah.
There's another one that someone told me I should buy a lot. I said I was going to buy a lottery ticket, but I can't even remember what it was now.
Really?
Yeah. But no, whenever Jill swears on her panels, that's on her gaming or late night ones after she's had a few.
Yeah.
I always buy a lottery ticket when she swears on her stream.
You mean, does that how many F-bombs she drops or just anything?
No, it's like anything. If she, like, there's one time she said it was bullshit. Something was bullshit that $140. So I thanked her for the oil change.
Nice.
My favorite one with her though, my favorite one was you guys know Tiger Stripes, don't you?
Tiger.
Yeah, we know Tiger Stripes.
I'm aware.
Yeah,
I'm aware.
Well,
Yes.
whenever I swear in the chat or something, she'd always get on me and go, do you really have to swear to get your point across? I was like, I always tell you, yep. Yeah, but anyhow, she was on Jill's panel late one night, and she's talking about some club, and she dropped 8 F-bombs in like 30 seconds. It's literally one F-bomb after another. So I took one of the old scratch offs I bought from freaking Spencer Gifts there that I played for our Bronco gifts that I played a joke on my dad with because he's the one that ended up with them. And
Nice.
I scratched it off there. I took a picture. I sent it to Jill. Going, you have to have Tiger Stripes on there more often. They're cussing up a storm. Jill thought for a couple days I actually won $5,000.
No, seriously? Really?
Yeah, she thought I won $5,000.
That's funny.
That's good.
That's funny.
Hey, you know, my favorite Jill getting raunchy stream was this is gotta be a year ago or something, maybe longer. It'd been going for a while, the panel, right? And things are starting to get a little goofy and getting off the rails a little bit at that point. And I'll never forget Tony Stark came on with his elf hand puppet, right? On camera. And he's doing, hey, I'm Elf, you know, in his elf voice, right? Because he loves to do voices, of course.
Right.
So he goes on for a minute about Elf being hungry. Poor Elf is starving or something. And then Jill pipes in all of a sudden out of the blue. She goes, oh, it's because he ate too much pussy. And we're all like, what did Jill just say?
Hey, if that would came out like my mouth, everybody's like, okay, whatever. That coming out of Jill's mouth makes it priceless there. And I hope someone clipped that. I had another one there where
you could hear an audible gasp from the entire panel when Jill dropped that one. I'll tell you.
Yeah. Anybody else? If anyone came from Scotty or something, everybody will just kind of roll their eyes, kind of laugh.
Yeah, but Jill's always so sweet and innocent in most of her streams, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Well, there was one time that Gorilla caught Jill. Jill showed her face, and she was drunk to the 9 winds or whatever.
No, she wasn't drunk that night. She was drinking with us, you know. But no, we were doing the fundraiser there, and I sold the timestamps and her face reveal. She wasn't drunk that night, but she showed her face to do the shots with us, and then I turned around and sold the timestamps to Burke for $20 for the fundraiser.
By the way,
yeah, go ahead, Larry.
Yeah, I was just saying, by the way, Jim says you scratched something else besides, your
Yeah.
tickets,
Yeah, just one more story. There's another one where, like every once in a while, with their watermarks there, she could get Alf to show up,
Right.
and so um,
You can
or not
see it.
Alpha, Eric's from the animated series, and someone said, "Hey, it's Eric's." There, and she's like, "Eric's comes on all my slides. I clipped it, but I can't find the damn clip now."
Oh, jeez. That's funny. I wish, it's funny. I still have that. It's put away somewhere. Remember those hand puppets and the arms can wrap around your neck and then wrap around your chest you put your hand in there and it looks like a real animal type thing. I actually still have one of those and I will never bring it out either. So just FYI.
Yeah. So let's see. Do you buy one I did buy one, but I lost on that one. Gorilla scratches his balls everywhere. Damn right. Yup, Tiger Stripes. I like her. She doesn't hesitate to critique panelists or YouTubers. LOL.
Nice.
Because Alfie's cats, but still, LOL. Yeah, like I said, anybody else, nobody'd be talking about it. Because it's Jill, it's still getting talked about.
And it wasn't just what she said, it was the tone of her voice when she said it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was so obvious. She was extremely enthusiastic about making a dirty joke. So yeah, we were laughing our asses off for about half a minute for that one.
So Alf claimed that he ate cats because, remember, what was the planet he came from? Melmac, right?
Melmac, yeah, Melmac.
Melmac. Okay, but when he was down there on Earth with the family, he never once caught that family cat, and I knew he tried a lot of times to catch it.
Wow.
So I was kind of happy about that.
Well, they wouldn't allow that on network.
Hey,
TV.
Suzanne.
Hey.
Hi. How are you?
Oh, hurting still, but doing better. Thank you.
Well, you're a lot better. You're welcome.
Yeah. I feel like Suzanne's been overdosing on prayers because she is a minister.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, you can never overdo prayers. Prayers are so powerful that you can never overdo them. You can constantly throw prayers out there into the ethereal, and it still is never enough. You can just overdo it a lot, and that's fine.
Right. I think the only thing I ever pull out is my chicken.
Oh, the chicken! Yay!
It's been a while since I pulled it out.
Oh, fine. Well, then while you're pulling him out, I'm going to pull Damn It Doll in. There's Damn It Doll. He's possessed. Oh, possessed!
A Damn It Doll.
Yeah, we have a possessed clown in the closet. You don't want to see him. No. But this is the Damn It Doll.
Well, people have been asking me to pull it out, so I'm pulling it out.
I pulled him out. Too.
It has been too long since we've watched Larry choke his chicken, I gotta say.
Yeah. Or finger my chicken.
Yeah, I'm choking my damn it.
Too. I remember when you got your finger stuck in your chicken.
Oh, that was bad.
That was hilarious.
That was so embarrassing, Larry. It was when you got your little finger in there.
That
how did you pull that finger out?
Look at that hole. Can you imagine sticking that thing in a hole and getting it stuck? That hurts.
I still remember it, Larry. And I love you, brother. You know that, but come on. I couldn't stop laughing. It was just too funny.
Oh, Gorilla, I thought he was just going to roll on the floor.
Well, no, we were just talking to LGG earlier, and I almost forgot I forgot to ask him if said golden boot is still in said gorilla ass, and I'm assuming it's still there.
Yeah.
Well, Mikey, tell me, do you have a scary Chucky doll in there to scare the shit out of you?
No. Actually, no. I'll tell you what we have. We have a clown that's possessed, and we have one of those Santa elves. You know the elves that the little play elves that you can buy.
The elf on the shelf.
Yeah. We have the possessed clown who sings a small world from Evil Disney and moves, and then we have the elf who works with Santa Claus. So when the spirit of Saint Nick visits us around the holidays, that elf moves his head around and goes everywhere in the entire room. So he's definitely possessed.
Yeah. So,
but I don't know about that spirit. I can't explain it.
Yeah.
All right, Gorilla.
Larry, you want to read this one?
Yeah, go
Sure.
ahead, Larry.
Larry is gonna pull chicken on the stream. You got that right.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Hey.
pull this one.
Hey, welcome, Boomer. He goes, whoop,
Whoop.
whoop.
Woo, woo.
Sounds like your damn fire alarms at work. Whoop,
Oh, sounds like the one here.
whoop,
Wait.
whoop.
Spell it backwards. It's pow, pow, pow.
Yeah. And Jill takes her
No.
pants off one leg at a time, like all of us. No, I
Yeah.
do. I just drop them. Just drop trowel.
Just drop your pants. Really? Pants on the ground, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Now I'm thinking
Yeah.
of a pantsless gorilla, and it's not a pretty thing to think about.
Oh jeez.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't
well,
even think of Jill not wearing underwear either, people.
I don't want to have
Oh,
nightmares.
Mikey, did you actually just say that? Oh,
Wow,
Oh,
clip that one.
Sorry.
Clip
bad
it.
boy, you
Bad,
naughty,
bad,
naughty,
bad.
I'm
naughty
clipping that
man.
for Jill. I'm clipping that for Jill.
Bad.
Oh,
That's a clip.
Oh yeah, you got to play that one. Play that
Flip
one
it.
to Jill. She'll really, boy, I bet she'll really love Mikey saying that. Yeah.
Oh, no, she already
my.
hates me.
Well,
I'll just add some more hatred on top of that.
well,
Well,
would
I don't
say
think
that-
Jill. I don't think Jill hates too many people actually.
Well, I would say this. I can make the image worse. Just picture Mikey in a nice Speedo.
Oh, fuck no.
You don't know if I wear a Speedo or not. You may not want to
Yeah,
go there.
you-
Yeah.
You guys always give me shit about Speedos. Come on now.
Nice.
Come on, Gorilla. Have you ever wore a Speedo? Be honest. Have you ever wore one, brother?
No.
No.
Never.
No.
Never.
No. The boys got their own free in the
You
swim truck
can't
there.
lie to me, Gorilla. I know you've
No,
worn
no,
one.
no banana hammocks here. They got their own free in the swimsuit.
I know for a fact there's no company on earth that makes a Speedo big enough for me to cram my fat ass into.
Wow.
Well, at least you're honest, PvP.
Hey, I try to be honest. Yeah.
Invisible Speedo. Invisible
Mine would
Speedo.
rip. You don't
How
want
did
to
we
put a
get
Speedo
how
on
did
me.
we get on this topic? Wow.
I don't know.
Tangents. Tangents. That's what we're doing.
It's,
Hey, Mike.
yeah, Boomer here
I
goes,
saw-
pow!
How?
Oh, how'd you
Mikey
guys
Dice Clay. And
Oh, boy.
remember the judge had just fight who wore a Speedo under his robe?
Speedo under his robe?
because
Yes.
they all served from a
Yeah.
rumor, so
Yes.
he just decided to run with it.
Speaking of Speedos, no. Mike, I saw you on that bike statue or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When was that taken?
It was taken back on April 14th, which was actually, our sister Elizabeth turned 50 on that day.
No
we-
video
we-
of it? I wanted to see a video of you trying to.
No, you wanted to
Right,
see the
that
picture.
thing.
You didn't want to see video. You didn't
Oh,
want to
yeah,
see
I
me try to
do.
get on that. No, you didn't. You don't
Well,
want
I
to
see
see
you
me
try to get on that. See you
I
get on
found
that.
it very difficult.
Yeah.
It was very difficult to get on there to ride there with Jack Layton on the bronze statue. Okay,
How
it
hard
was
was it to
hard.
get off? How hard was it?
It was hard to get off. I was tripped and fell. She had to make sure I got down because I was like, I got up and I can't get down off the damn seat. And she didn't even try. She just stood there because she knew her limits. And she stood there and I took a picture of her right there. Perfect picture. Her standing
like
there
me.
on Facebook.
On that Jackrabbit, when I did that video, Jackrabbit in by Winslow, whatever, trying to get on that thing. But getting
knew
on
you
was
were.
okay, but getting off on a rabbit, it's not easy.
No.
Okay, girl, there's another clip. Getting off on a rabbit is not easy.
I don't even think he caught it.
No, I got it. I got some other stuff I'm gonna be clipping. I got some other stuff I'm gonna be clipping out of context there,
Okay,
especially
let's
on your
clip.
PvP.
Hey, I gotta ask Mikey. You mentioned Jack Layton. Was this like a Jack Layton statue? I'm unaware of this. Could you give a bit of background, please?
Yeah, certainly. Jack Layton was one of the founders of the first initial Toronto ferries that went over to the Toronto Islands.
Really?
And they named the whole ferry terminal after him. The Toronto Island Ferry is literally called the Jack Layton Ferry Terminal, which is right down there on the waterfront.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wonder you wanted to get off of
he
him.
was an exercise guru. You know, he worked out every day, rode a bicycle. to his job, everything like
Good.
that.
Oh,
That's
good for
why
him.
he's memorialized, right? That's why he's memorialized in bronze with him riding a bicycle.
See, that's where I got confused because I was thinking you were talking about Jack Layton, the NDP leader from like 15 years ago, or whenever they actually came in second in that election. And he was the best, one of the best leaders they ever had. He was,
Jack Layton.
down to earth, man of the people, a lot like Pierre, very similar, except he was, the NDP leader. And it's like 180-degree difference from what we got in there now. But the sad thing was, 3 years into his term, he gets prostate cancer and dies.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like,
So
it's always
him.
the good ones, right? The good ones with actually, good ideas.
Well, Billy Joel said it, right? Only the good die young.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the only gorilla pets is, never mind, I'm not going to say the word.
Hey, Mikey, do you want to read this one?
I certainly do. My
no.
brother Jay Aldridge says, "Holy sheep dip, Mikey porn. I bet it was hard. Shut up, Jay. Shut up, Jay. Shut up, Jay."
What is gorilla stroking?
Okay, Jay, brother Jay, why don't you join us? The link is at the top. Please join us here on the board, on the panel, because our brother Larry is back, and we're so happy to see him and that he's feeling better.
Yeah.
And just come
We
on
got
up. Jay.
gorilla stroking.
And,
that's how good he feels.
Yeah, sit there. I got a question for you. Why are you thinking of me in a G-string? I want to know that.
Jesus.
I want to know why you give me.
Wow. Even Suzanne said, "Oh boy."
Yeah.
Dan, you better explain yourself.
Hey, kitty cat.
Oh, the kitty cat! Yay! That's Jethro, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi,
I don't know where
Jethro.
I can't get Pumpkin to come near me worth of shit unless I'm laying down.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Well, I know you called Jethro a whore before.
Yeah. What are you stroking exactly?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you
How did we
say
get
that,
the stroke into? How did we get the speedos to stroke into? How did we get from
The chicken
being
porn.
haunted?
Hey,
Chicken porn.
hey, like I
chicken
said,
porn,
this is to get all your tangents out of the way for the week.
I guess. At least I pulled my
I'm
rubber
having
chicken
fun.
out.
This
so.
is so much fun. I'm telling you, I'm having fun with this.
It takes a lot for me to pull this out. So
Yeah,
it's
just
really
don't write it, okay?
What's hard? It's hard to pull it out.
It's
I'll be
hard.
honest with you. It really is. You got to
Shut up,
squeeze
Jay.
it right.
Shut up, Jay. Shut up.
You got to squeeze it.
I thought it has to be hard for you to pull it out.
What are you asshole about? I just had some Dr. Pepper go in my nose there. Fucking birds.
Dan even said, gorilla is stroking his pussy. There, I said it for you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like you're going just. No, he's not. Oh, damn it.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Oh, I can't breathe. Here we go again.
Oh, you guys are amazing.
No, that birds. That fucking birds.
If I have a stroke, somebody call 911.
Well, my wife opened the door, looked at me like, "What the hell is going on?" I'm sitting here with my chicken.
Oh, Lemon said it all started Larry when I think.
Okay, we have a special treat coming.
Okay.
Just for that, Larry.
Yeah.
Larry, just for making me get Dr. Pepper coming out of my nose.
Right. Okay. What do you got?
Yeah. Okay.
What do you got?
Where is it? Right here. There you go. Behold that image. Boomer, I am saving that one for an
Unbelievable. I've seen everything now.
Oh man, you wouldn't even call that a diaper, would you, Gorilla?
What?
Okay, Gorilla, where do you get these images from, you crazy man?
That one there is courtesy of Boomer.
Hey,
man.
how's
In
it
his
going,
dirty
brother?
mind.
Wow.
Hello, brother Jay.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Good
Mikey
chicken.
Porn,
Okay.
the porn star here.
Oh my gosh.
I
he's
would
destroying
say
everything.
who did what to who, but apparently that all answer is Mikey.
I can't hear you.
What is
Suzanne can tell you, Jay. I've gone nuts. But then I am her weirdo, so
He brought it.
it says it on my ring right on here.
Well, Mikey, just don't play with your nuts, okay?
No, I don't have to hide that.
Brother Jay, you missed it. You missed it, Brother Jay.
Thank God.
Oh boy. I haven't laughed like that in a while. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, girl.
Oh,
I've heard of
jeez.
porn freaks, but Jesus, that's ridiculous.
That's why we needed your shut up, Jay. Shut up, Jay. Shut up.
Oh God. Oh gosh, I love that picture.
You know what, Larry? You're going to have the image of that
The baby
gorilla with
needs to be
Viper
changed.
or whatever underpants in your mindset for a long time now. You're going to wake up to
Everybody needs to go to a psychiatrist to get their
Oh,
brain cleansed after that photo and Mikey saying what he did.
You know what, Gorilla? He matches your song.
Oh man.
That's right. His underwear matches your chicken. Oh
You
my
get
God.
my chicken.
The chicken.
You get the
Oh, my
chicken
God.
hard right now. I can't squeeze
Okay.
him.
Now I'm thinking about Gorilla's chicken under his underwear. Thanks for that,
Oh my
Larry.
god!
Oh
Oh my god!
No, unfortunately, we all saw how big gorillas are down there when we went to our zoo field trip as children, so that scarred us for life.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Yep.
scarred. I'm so scarred right now.
So it's not a chicken in there, I guarantee you.
Hey,
Well, PvP and Mikey, Gorilla knows how to play with his peckers. Since you guys are talking about chickens.
yeah. Well,
Oh my gosh.
no, talking about gorillas and all that.
Oh.
You know, everybody talks about seeing King Kong on the side of the Empire State Building, but what
Right.
nobody ever talks about is the view of the people got from the offices inside.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
And you,
my
and
Well,
you thought,
since we didn't see anything hanging off King Kong, we definitely know it was a woman. So she was a lesbian. King Kong was a lesbian.
really?
But you didn't see anything dangling, now did you? No. So it had to be a female gorilla. And so the female gorilla was a lesbian. She got the hots for Fay Ray.
Yeah.
Well, and Jay, those movies have to be PG-13 or PG at most, so that they
I
cannot
know
show
that.
it.
I know that.
Back in the 30s, movies were probably all G-rated.
Supposedly.
Pretty much.
Like I was saying,
mature audiences,
because
I
of
think.
what we saw at the zoo with the gorillas hanging out and all, they didn't have no damn diapers or nothing.
No.
Hanging from that tree, that swing, tire swing. I can guarantee you, our gorilla in that blue, that's not a chicken hanging, that's a Black and Decker
That's
grill.
Black and
So
Decker.
you mean there's excitement in that little pair of underwear, Speedo?
So
Apparently, you would know, Mikey.
it's not a Black and Decker, it's a Black and Pecker.
It's a
my
black and
God.
decker.
So, guys, Skirmy here said, Larry, you want to read this?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh man.
You gonna read it?
Larry, it all started when you pulled out your chicken, I think. Yeah, I guess.
My
so.
God, now Larry calls his a chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boomer,
Not the
thank you for
chicken.
the new audio avatar.
Oh, man.
Love you, brother.
And Larry, you want to read your own?
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Riley.
Everybody in chat, you didn't see anything. You did not hear anything. These are not the droids you're looking for, just a rubber chicken. That's it. That's it.
I cannot wait to listen back at this this stream tonight when we go
Oh,
off
my gosh.
air.
Oh,
He's
man.
already
I
Gorilla
will
over here is
not
already.
get any sleep. I know.
No.
You
No
missed
sleep.
it, Jay. Though the part where
And
Gorilla's
we'll
gonna
find
clip
out
and
if
send.
Renee gets Randy tonight or not, because she'll want to watch too.
Well, I was going to say that Gorilla has already clipped it to where Jill's going to get a personal message from me.
My problem is,
Jill will get a message from you.
oh boy.
I wouldn't
boy.
say that with your wife sitting there.
No, we made a joke. It personal meaning that
Oh.
she really doesn't like me, and I retaliated and I said
Can I-
something, which I
can I
shouldn't have
say-
said. It was very bad.
Can I say
missed that.
something? Can I say
Y'all need
something
to
about?
straighten up on the fights and everything. Jeez.
Yeah, can I
Yeah.
say something about Gorilla's panties real quick?
How about your
Oh
chicken?
my God.
You see this thing about my chicken right now? See that? He's rock hard now. See in his
Oh
mouth?
God, no! He's
Oh,
rock
dear
hard to
God.
Gorilla's picture.
See? Yes, rock hard.
Oh, no! Did you see that, Larry?
And
Come
apparently it's gone blind because it's wearing shades like Ray Charles.
on.
So
Oh.
does this mean Gorilla's going to start his own gorilla porn site? Soon?
I don't know what
He
happened
already
to
has.
Gorilla. What happened to Gorilla? He's gone.
Well,
My
Mikey,
I'm here.
eyes, my eyes.
I'm
Mikey,
here.
eyes.
I'm just
Jeez.
making you guys all dazzle at the nice speedo.
well, Mikey,
You don't
like,
hit a guy.
well,
I should
Mikey,
ask Jill. You don't hit a guy with glasses on, do you?
well, Mikey,
Yes,
look,
no.
I can make it worse for you, or have you say this worse to Jill. Well, it would be nice to see Jill in lingerie.
No.
No, come
No.
on now. Let's not be
No.
going that far with
That's
you.
pushing
No.
way too far. No, she's got a husband and a couple kids. No,
Yeah.
I
That's
would
what
not
she
go
said.
that far.
And I want to
That's
show
what she
respect to
said.
Jill. We're just talking about some of the stuff that she has publicly said on her channel.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, it was
Oh
my
my God.
it was-
People, y'all need to stop the YouTube fighting and get along.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what Christian's
Octopussy.
supposed to do is get along.
Right. Right.
I
Isn't
think
that
when
what Ronnie King said before he was on the sleeping
Forgive your enemies. That is the one thing that will drive them nuts is if you forgive them.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure why Jill really seems to dislike you though, Mikey, because she's a very tolerant person. Like I've done stupid things on her channels, and she's forgiven me every single time when I've been a total idiot. So she's a very patient woman. I don't really get why you and Jill have this falling out thing. I really don't. You know,
Well, it
I
has
know
a lot-
one thing. I know one thing though. If you want to go on Jill's panel, it's best to ask politely. And if she's going to send you a link, she's going to send you a link. And if she doesn't, she doesn't. Right? If you start saying, you basically, if you make it sound too forceful that you want a link, almost like you're demanding one, that's when Jill kind of gets defensive. I've noticed. Because there's been a few times when she hasn't sent a link to me. 'cause,
People are too damn sensitive these
Yes.
days.
Yes.
They need
yes.
to get off their high horse and their mechanical pony and get the pacifier out of their mouth and start acting like adults.
Well, see, this is what brings me back to the earlier discussion about, somebody didn't get an invite.
And I'm not talking about Mike and Jill or anybody
No.
else. I'm talking in general, the woke
Right.
people.
That's
We need to stop this shit. Lord forgive me.
They do. But getting back to what you brought in a point, because you weren't here earlier, Brother Jay, but, I'm going to start putting out posts on either Facebook or YouTube posts or stuff like that. If I'm going one-on-one or have a couple of special guests on one night or something like that, I'm going to put it out there so people don't get confused. Like, why didn't I get an invite?
Ladies,
Why didn't I
he's
get
going to
an
put it out there.
Yeah, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to pull it out and put it out there. Exactly. Exactly. And I'm going to make everybody to see that, and they can reach out to it and everything else. But no, I
reach
on
out and
serious.
touch someone.
Hi, Brother Jay. But on a serious
Yeah,
note,
Brother Jay.
because that's what YouTube Post is for, for notification, this and that. So basically, it's good. It's good to do something like that. So somebody
Who is this Nightbot? I keep seeing him everywhere.
Don't you know who he is?
Yeah.
No.
He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, Nightbot, Stream Elements, they're all good friends.
He's everywhere.
Everywhere,
I mean,
man.
he's on every live that I've been on.
Yeah. He's busy. But
he's actually a cousin of Pornbot who used to hang out several years ago. And he knows him very well. So yeah, they're
Well, what's
related.
his real name? Can we find out what his real name is?
No. He's an AI from the YouTube overlords.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Oh, it's a computer algorithm thing?
Yes.
It works with you. It works with you. It's kind of like you hit the word exclamation point like. It will say blah blah. If you want somebody's
well, people don't know because they've been talking to him and he doesn't answer.
No, I know. When I first saw Nightbot, I was like, "What the heck is this?" But it shows people's channel, like exclamation point Jim, exclamation point Mikey, exclamation point Drill. It will show their channels.
Channels.
Yes, put it in there.
Every time I hear that someone is ashamed, it always goes back to the little son of Sylvester the cat. Oh, Father, how shame, for shame. I cannot show my face to the other pussycats. Oh, for shame.
See,
there puts a bag over his head.
Again.
Yeah. So, Scurvy here says Mikey is so ashamed he put on sunglasses.
I put on sunglasses to be cool because somebody else wore some sunglasses earlier. I think it was Larry, and then he changed already.
Yeah.
Jim, okay, let me answer this in 2 words. Thank you. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
So.
And
bygones.
He forgives Mikey for blocking him. No, Brother Jay, get the thing out of their ass.
Get what out of our ass? You mean Gorilla's big LDG boot out of his butt? Okay. Well, we tried.
And let's see. Scurry says, I've had people piss me off on YouTube. If they are friends, you can usually work out the problem. If they are random jerks, I don't care.
Yeah. That's very true. It's a good point.
I can work with anybody unless they're Christian haters. Then I just go and leave them be.
Yeah.
Well, my experience in the community the last 2 or 3 years now. Gosh, time flies by. I've got along well with like 98% of all you guys. Like, there's only a couple of people that come to mind, which I won't mention their names or their channels, but you guys we've probably had discussions backstage. I probably mentioned their names before, and for some bizarre reason, they hate my guts. I never understood why. I've never I've never done.
You know why?
Bad to
because
anybody.
You don't conform to their thinking, their talking, and you don't agree with everything they say. That's the reason why.
Also, I think I don't conform to their worldview because I'm not an American.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. If you don't agree with everything they say, they think that you're a traitor, that you don't love them anymore, you're not their friend anymore.
Oh, I never was their friend. That's the whole point.
And get rid of that person is what they're thinking.
It was like they were disrespectful right from day one. And so what do you
know, that's a problem. One of the big problems in YouTube I've noticed is communication. That there is a lack of communication out there, and I like to be a communicator. And I mess up. A lot of people mess up, but hey, mistakes are made. People, move forward and
you learn from your mistakes and you move on.
Thank you. You just took the words right out of my mouth, Brother Jay.
Yeah,
you do.
I make them an offer they can't refuse.
Hey, welcome back, Booger.
What have I told every one of you who have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I have told you, don't worry about what anyone thinks about you or says about you on your
says?
comments, if they are hassling you and bullying you, this is what you do. You block
Amen,
them
Jim.
and you get them off your channel
Yeah.
and out of your life. You don't
Yep.
have to put up with it.
Right, exactly. And amen, Jim. Communication is
And
the key.
Yeah.
and
It,
don't worry about subscribers.
yeah.
If
I'm
you
not
are
worried about
trying to
subscribers.
get on YouTube to make a living off YouTube, you'll never do it because you have to conform with YouTube's algorithms and everything.
Yeah.
You'll never make it.
Yeah.
Just be on YouTube to have fun.
Be yourself.
Don't worry about subscribers.
How about be
Yeah.
yourself?
Hey, talk about be yourself here. We got
Uh-oh.
another special treat here.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh my
Oh,
God.
no.
Again.
Here we go.
Here we go, Gorilla.
Jimmy
What
boy.
did I do? What did I do now?
So,
Jimmy
just
boy?
a sec, I gotta fix something here real quick.
Oh,
Just
keep
pull it
us
You
out.
in-
gotta
yeah,
fix
keep
or
us in
adjust yourself in the
suspense,
chair.
Pull it out. Fix it.
Let's
Come on,
pull
Gorilla.
out.
Pull that video out.
Pull
Let's see
it
it.
out.
Yes, pull it out.
Yeah,
That
pull
video.
the video out. Yeah.
Here we go. We got magic
You get a
speedos
past
now.
PUBG. Oh, Hey, Gorilla.
Well,
you
it's
do know-
ready to
you do know that,
accept your
Larry-
reward. Its mouth is open, wide.
Yeah, but
Judging-
Gorilla, you
judging
do know
by-
that Larry's chicken's not wearing pants.
Mama!
Uh-oh.
Mama!
It looks like it could fit a size 5.
Judging
Yeah.
by, judging
Get a
by,
boomer.
judging by its facial expression, I'm saying it's well aware that it's on Gorilla's channel tonight.
Your mouth is bigger than my mouth. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
That's what she
Boomer
said.
here says, was my second live stream. I had two guys arguing, told them to stop. They were of the opinion they had the right to argue on my stream.
Look at me.
Told them they did not stop, I would shut her down. They did not.
Don't
so
shut it
I
down.
did.
Don't
Never
shut
did
it
it.
down. This is what you do, Phantom. You block them. You take them out. Do like the mafia does. Take them out.
Yeah, you
just block
boot
them.
him. Just boot him off the live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need that kind of negativity in your life.
No.
Yeah, you
Look,
don't need it.
guys, can I say this? This is honest to God truth. Every single person ever since I started YouTube way long time ago, and ever since then, every single person I've ever blocked on YouTube were blocked. Each of them for a different separate reason, but it was legitimate reason. And if I'm going to be condemned because of that from now on, go F yourselves. Okay? That's all I'm going to say.
Well,
Because
I'm
I
gonna
do
say-
not like it when people.
I did
Let me
not
finish.
say
Let me
you.
finish. I just want to say that I can't stand it when people berate me because I'm blocking them. I have a reason. And the reason for one of these people who I will not say was because what they said to me and Suzanne to irritate both of us, not just myself. So if you go after my wife, you're going after me. And that's all I'm going to say. Okay?
Oh,
You were immature.
yeah.
You were stupid.
I know.
And that's it.
I know who you're talking about too, Mikey. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it. I am sick of it.
No, I agree. I agree. There's people if they're on a panel, I just generally stay away now because,
I did not mention names. I was talking
no,
about
I don't mention names. I just
the
I
I didn't
woke
mention names
people
either.
that get on
Brother Jay, I don't
stream.
mention names unless I talk to you in backstage with PvP and
yeah.
Gorilla and so on. It's all
but
backstage.
If I'm having a private chat with Mikey, then we can talk about, then we can talk
I
about.
was not
the real
talking about
stuff, right?
anybody on this panel or anybody in the comments. I was
No, you
talking
weren't.
about the world today
Oh yeah.
Today is very, very divided and negative. and
because I have been on other people's streams of nobody on this panel and of nobody on the comments, different channels.
Yeah.
And they have people coming in, berating them over their political opinion, or their opinion about religion, or whatever they were talking about their topic, and they just come in and start berating them in the comments.
Yeah.
And so I will go on comment and say, you shouldn't stand up for this. Don't let them get under your skin and get you upset and start crying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Block them. And I said,
Well,
good night. And I left the stream.
you know, the way because I like to leave comments. Like, I'm a big music guy, so I'll leave a comment about, oh, this was a great band or something, right? Like, I remember about a month ago, I made a comment. Somebody did one of the Who's live concert videos, right? Which I watched, and it's fabulous, and they were incredible back in the 70s. So I just put, the Who, one of the greatest live bands of their era. That was basically my comment, right?
Who?
A couple of days later, some clown comes on and says, in capital letters, wrong.
Really?
They were the greatest live band. I'm saying, well, that's your opinion. I don't reply though. I refuse to respond to trolls because I don't feed them, because that's exactly what they want, right? To you to respond, and then they can have an argument with you.
Yeah. I think the only person I blocked was a guy that you guys, I think a couple of you were there, PvP and stuff like that. When this guy came on, thought he was really cool and stuff like that. And then it started really putting Brother Jay down, this and that. I mean, he wanted to be on the panel. He came up on the panel. Then he started just being a total, you know what? And I got him out there and blocked him.
Larry, is that the guy that called Jay a Bible thumper?
Yes.
Yes.
When I wasn't on there.
I remember I was on the panel.
Larry,
and I was
you
so
were justified. Sorry.
I was on the panel, Larry, and I remember after about a minute, I jumped in and I started, challenging this guy's, worldview, right? Because I had enough.
My Wi-Fi went out, and he thought I left because of religion or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's just ignorant. It's like, okay, I know some people aren't religious. I know some people disagree with certain religious faiths or whatever. That's their right. I don't, I believe in democracy. I believe in free will. I believe that people should have their own opinions. But you don't need to go on, especially, I remember Larry when he first came on. I think he mentioned, I keep getting kicked off of live streams, and I don't know why.
I remember him saying that. I rewatched the stream that night.
I was like, after about a minute and a half, I was like, jackass, I know exactly why.
Oh, yeah.
You did say that to him. You said, you wonder why you get thrown off stream. Well, this is the reason why. And as soon as you got through saying that, he was about to say something, and somebody kicked him off the stream.
Right.
That would have been Jim.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a weird
one.
Well,
I didn't remember the guy. I didn't remember the guy until after Susie said what his old YouTube name was. But I want to catch up on chats here.
Go for it, chat master.
Yeah.
Boomer, I remember that stream. Are we allowed to adjust yourself on a live stream? I always do. We are supposed to hate people and argue with each other. We've been doing it wrong all along. Only on Twitter.
Nice.
Only on Twitter.
Only on Twitter, and I don't use Twitter anymore. X.
Yeah.
So
Really, the only thing I really do on Twitter is I've been sitting there poking the bear with fucking Brooklyn dad there because that guy's just a dumbass. This guy's so stupid. He tried to sell his kids toys for crack.
Right.
He tried, and he even failed at that.
That's sad. That's sad.
That's just sad.
Yeah. And Boomer says, Gerber, you remember who it was? Yes, I think so. And I bust people off of Cosby all the time. Had so much trouble that I finally posted rules that people can see all the time. I really cut down the problems. I've had a problem with people going into my Cosby when I'm not there and posting crap.
Really?
Yes.
Because they're all wrong about the one thing I like. LOL.
Yeah. Right.
Let's see. I have found several cool bands here on YouTube. I went to see one of them live last week.
Nice.
Cool.
That's awesome.
And I actually blocked a mod on a channel I watch regularly. She was over moderating a discussion and making it way too political. Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
The mod's job is like when people come in and just start spouting off the N-word or something,
Yeah.
People want to sit there. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry,
basically,
go ahead.
a mod should control any abusive behavior towards
That is
people in
correct.
the chat, right?
Right,
That's
but
correct.
a mod knocking somebody off because they don't like someone's political view, that's wrong.
No,
that
that is wrong. I agree.
I'll
And I
listen
think-
to anybody that has any political opinion. I may think they're wrong, but I'm not going to say they're wrong.
Yeah. And Jim, I
You
think I
agree-
was restreaming with you on that time that happened.
Tommy,
Yeah,
Tommy,
he says
Tommy, can you block or time out other mods?
moderating mods can control standard mods.
Yep.
Yeah. And that guy was on my stream. Yep, I remember it. I was there. All these
Yeah, so
unnamed
did I.
blocked people there, all the JK.
They're not
we all have
for the- any
we all
stretch.
have burner accounts. There's one I change the name regularly just to mess with people. Let's see,
Yeah.
Cosby, I had one bozo come on and ask if he could stop the movie I was running, run a different one. Really? I've had that too.
That's unreal.
I had one guy in the panel that we all know said bad things about two couples, and I blocked him and stood up for the two couples.
Good.
Yeah,
That's awesome, Jim.
yeah. I only got one person, no, two people blocked on this, and
Yeah. No, I-
and one was that damn kid that kept coming around, and the other one, I got tired of my phone going off every 10 minutes with the same damn fucking joke on Twitter. There,
Oh, wow.
and the thing is stupid. We all know who that was, but
Yeah.
I think this would be a good spot to wrap this up. So
yeah, I guess
Sure, if
so.
you want to, Gorilla. That's up to you.
yeah. So thank you, Jim's Landscaping LLC, #1 Commodore Productions, for coming. He does his Star Trek fan films, and then he does occasional live streams. And he has his puppy videos.
Oh,
Let's see, sadly,
can
y'all
I
know
say that I love Jim's new Facebook post about it was a funny Star Trek thing that someone else did, and he shared it. It was funny as heck. It's Jim, Kirk, and McCoy get time traveled, and they're right in front of the Batmobile, and Kirk and McCoy get in the Batmobile.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
So-
sounds good.
So thank you, Booger, for coming.
Raquel.
Hello.
Yeah, hey,
Hi,
Raquel.
Raquel.
Hi, Raquel.
Hello,
She
darling.
talked about popping on a bit late there, Raquel.
Meow meow.
Well, I just I had dinner and I ate too much, so I was
Oh.
just like,
Oh,
That's-
no.
a
That's
breather.
understandable.
Wow.
Oh,
missed-
Raquel.
you
Raquel,
missed it.
have
You
you been
missed
able to get your Easter, discounted candy? Suzanne went hog wild and got us some.
Yeah, I have some candy.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh, I
Yeah.
remember
You missed
candy.
a really crazy one tonight, Raquel. I just
Oh
gotta
boy.
say.
I'm still
Yeah,
You might want to do a rewatch actually sometime in
Oh,
the
I
next couple
will.
of days.
sure.
Sure, I'll
This was
replay the
crazy.
stream. Yeah.
it was crazy,
Oh,
Raquel.
God. Yeah, you may
so-
not like the comment I made about a certain lady, but
Oh
I
no!
don't know.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Oh, Lord.
Good night, Suzanne.
Good night,
Yeah,
Suzanne.
night, Suzanne.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
yeah. Thank you,
Good night.
Suzanne, for coming. And Scurvy says, "Thank you, girl." Thank you, Scurvy, for coming. Thank
Hey,
you,
Lemon.
Booger, for coming. Mike, you want to
Thanks,
promote Booger?
Booger.
Yeah, Booger414 and his lovely wife Christine are cosplayers. They go to a few different conventions, and Booger may not have a lot of information or stuff on his stream, or I mean on his YouTube channel, but he does deserve subs because he supports all of our channels here. Everybody on this panel that's here, and including some other people I know, he's very well met. He's very well learned, and he does provide a lot of great information. So if you don't know Booger414 yet and his beautiful wife Christine, go to his YouTube site and hit that subscription.
I like
that's
Booger. Booger's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Booger is
Booger
totally
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
is awesome.
and he's been on one of my channels before. Booger has. Booger is
Yeah.
very cool. Yeah,
And he shows good content on his Cosme streams too.
Yeah.
yes, he does. That's true.
Thanks, Alan. Thank you.
Thank you, Booger.
Yeah, thank you, Booger. And we promoted Jim. Thank you, the Phantom Boomer Explorers, for coming. He does 3 watch parties a week on his Cosby channel. He has his Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Then he puts the trailers for those on his YouTube channel. So make sure to check out the Phantom Boomer Explorers. It's scrolling. And while it's scrolling, Raquel, promote yourself.
Oh, yeah. Okay. On my main channel, I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Getting my days a little mixed up. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time, I'll be doing my Divas and Dorks stream. And I'll be having my first guest dork on stream tomorrow. So, pretty excited about that. Also on Thursday, I'll be with Larry doing the watch party. Uh,
Yes.
on Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Time as well. And then on my gaming channel, I'll be getting back into my gaming channel this weekend. Don't know which game I'm going to be playing, but I'll keep you guys updated which one I'm going to do. But yeah, that's
Oh, it's
all I
not
have
tomorrow,
for
Larry?
this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just wait, Buzzer J.
Yeah. I'm gonna still trying to get you to change the name of that to tacos and sausages.
Nice. Nice.
That's funny.
So thank you, Lockdown, for coming. Did Lockdown? I can't remember. I don't think so. But did Lockdown have a channel?
I don't know if he does. I mean, I've seen Lockdown on here. He started, I mean, when he popped up on my channel a long time ago, and he's a great, friend to the channel, to all you guys. And I just, glad that, you guys have support him. And I think he has a channel. Let me double check here. Let's see. Lockdown. Yes, he does. He has a couple of videos on there. So he's mainly out there just with other YouTubers and things like that. He likes to join the chat and what have you, likes to listen. I mean, he has 13 subscribers. If you can, just help him out. Help Lockdown out. So he does have a couple of videos. He has a playlist and everything else on there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, help out. Yeah. Thank you for being here, Lockdown.
Yeah, thank you, Lockdown. And thank you, JP Tabernac, for coming. And thank you, Booty Duty Nick, for coming. I know he'll stream he does gaming with Nemesis of Eden and that there. So make sure to check out Booty Duty Nick for coming. We thank Suzanne for coming. Let's see, Mikey, you promote yourself.
Sure. And Gorilla, I did leave something in the private chat about somebody there in the chat there that's in our live chat, which is suspicious. I'll just say that. Anyway, yeah, as for Mikey Source 4, of course, tomorrow we continue our weekly webcam series with 2 episodes reviewed of Get Smart, which everybody asked for, and we're still doing that on season 1. And then on Thursday, we're still working on season 3 of The A-Team, my favorite TV series of all time. We got 2 episodes doing that. I will be there for Larry on his top secret watch party on Thursday night, which is 9 o'clock my time. And then on Friday, I will be there, of course, for Gorilla because I co-host along with PvP and Resolute Germ. And Larry, if you want to come back to us, you can. You know that. You can come back and join us on the Waltons as well.
Appreciate that.
And today there's always an open invite for you too, and everybody knows that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so that'll be Saturday, and then Friday night, and then Sifdan usually helps me out co-hosting the Star Trek and Star Wars fan films, and this week we're doing Heir to the Empire, which is a Star Wars fan film from some years ago, and it's partly animated, partly live action. And it was really done well. And by Thursday, I will have sent. I do a select panel that likes the fan films a lot, and I do send them a copy of the film so they can watch it. And then we do a simple review on Saturday afternoon. And and then the only other person I do help out, and I want to mention her, is Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf. Ahoo. And on certain every other weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays, she has podcasts. She does interviews. She does watch parties. And sometimes she does casual streams live. And usually that starts at 4:05 p.m. Eastern, both on Saturdays and Sundays. And I am blessed and honored to be her co-host, along with brother Curtis Selby, our Tired Midnight blogger. And also Black Magic Gaming is our other friend that helps us out there. So and Kimmy Kim. So make sure you check out Mikey Sue's 4. Always expect the unexpected. Everybody and everywhere all at once. There you go.
All right, thank you.
Hmm.
And thank you, Matt Arnold, for coming. He has his Matt chats he does occasionally. He has his 3D printing and some cover songs he's done. So make sure to check him out. And thank you, Hunt with Rebecca. I believe that's on Larry's channel. You want to promote her?
Yes, it is. She is actually the sister of Gigi, Women Wonder
Yay.
with Gigi.
That's right.
So she is great. Please help her out. Subscribe to her channel. She's got like 20 subscribers. She has a lot of shorts. She loves doing things outdoors and stuff like that. Please help and support her. She is so gracious and such a wonderful person. I mean, I found her out through Gigi and Fat Man Batman because they've become a big part of the family. So also check out their channel. I don't know if you want me to go ahead and start talking about my channel or not, Gorilla.
I got another one here. Thank you, Old Man Bird, for coming. Thank you very much.
Eugene,
And while I'm scrolling, PvP.
Oh, me? Okay.
There you go.
Nothing much going on. Not too much on the channel lately, but I have been working for the last week or so on a tribute to Clem Burke, the fabulous blondie drummer, excuse me, who passed away from cancer at the age of 70 a couple of weeks ago, which really made me sad. Like, that was the biggest loss, because I used to play drums 30 something years ago, right? And
Right.
losing,
I told you guys I stayed with Little River Band, and we just recently lost Roger McLaughlin, the bassist for that band too. So
anyway, it's tough when a drummer passes, because I have a special affection for great drummers since I used to play drums, even though I was an amateur drummer, and I was nowhere near the level of these guys, of course. But when Neil Peart died, what was it about? God, has it been 5 years already or something?
Yeah, from Rush. Yeah,
from Rush.
Yeah,
that was a big. That was a hard one for me. That took me like a couple months to get over it. And Clem, I'm finding Clem's kind of the same, because he was such an amazing drummer, and he often underrated and overlooked, right? Because he doesn't get put in with the level of the legends like Keith Moon. And by the way, he was a huge fan of Keith Moon. And I found a really great 19-minute live concert of early Blondie with him on the drums, which was great, because usually they put the drummer in the background and you hardly see them, right? Yeah. Whoever directed this concert, whoever the cameraman was, they featured Clem a lot throughout the video. Like, there's a lot of him, focused on him actually, playing the skins. And wow, what a player he was. I mean, it's a real good one. I haven't made it public yet, because I'm still kind of seeing if I can find any other rare stuff, because I think that video is pretty rare. So I'm probably going to work on it for till maybe next weekend or something, and then I'll probably make it public at that point. So yeah.
Hey, PvP, what's the deal with these drummers? Like Taylor Hawkins from Foo Fighters? I mean,
that was what was that, heart failure like a couple years ago or something?
It's hard now. His son's out there drumming, but what is with all these drummers that seem to pass away? A lot of them.
They probably used to be members of Spinal Tap, Larry.
Yeah, that's probably it.
All right, Jay, what do you got going on?
Jay.
Brother Jay.
Me?
Wake up, Jay.
I'd like to announce that I have nothing going on YouTube. I'm taking a course in how to start a channel, and once I finish that course, then I may do a video and may invite some people over to be my guests. So it's going to be a while before I can finish the course. But in the meantime, this Saturday, I will be with my band in Mississippi at a sold-out show.
Nice.
Wow.
Very cool.
It is all proceeds go to a local charity to help a child pay for its surgery.
Awesome.
That's
Awesome.
fabulous.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Great,
that's
great,
awesome,
Jay.
Jay. And I do want to say I'm blessed and honored when you do join our Saturday when we do a Star Trek fan film.
Nice.
You are a big supporter, and you come on there and like I said, we sit down and we talk about the Star Trek fan film we saw during the week. And you're a gracious host, co-host, and I love having you on there, brother.
All right.
Thank you. And I'm not saying who it is in case people are listening that is going to be at the show, but we have a special guest that will be
Yay.
the main attraction.
Oh,
We're
nice.
opening for this person,
Oh,
and we've been keeping it a secret.
Good.
Yeah.
Keep it
People are
secret.
coming to see us, but they don't know that we have somebody coming after us.
Yeah.
Nice.
All
oh,
right.
cool.
Thank you, Jay. Sit down.
So Dan, your turn.
Alrighty, to all your viewers and chatters and panelists that know me don't know me, Sci-Fi Sit There, I usually cover sci-fi TV shows and movies. I do my Dark Matter 2015 TV show watch parties on Wednesdays, usually at 5:30 Pacific time, and my co-host is available for it. Sadly, since my hours have been cut short, I won't be doing any live streams mostly for this week. I have to wait till those hours refill. And I do my live streams usually on Saturdays between 2 and 4 p.m. Pacific time. And I try to upload a new video on my main channel, Sci-Fi Sit-Down, towards the end of the previous week or the beginning of next week. And I do crossover events with Gorilla Session Thoughts and Resolute Germ if they will allow it. They usually do. They're nice guys about that. And I do have a secondary channel called Alt World Sorcerer Dan. On that one, I cover Japanese anime or cartoons in general. And right now, we're doing the Overlord anime series. It's a dark fantasy with adult themes. If any of you are interested in that type of stuff, please join my secondary channel. Right now, we're towards the tail end of season 4 of that series. And I do the watch parties on Fridays, usually at 8 p.m. Pacific time, usually after Gorilla Sensor Thoughts Walton streams. And beyond that, I'll turn over to Larry to give his own quick promotion before Gorilla falls asleep.
All right, Gorilla, you think I should go ahead and start?
Yeah. I'm not.
All right.
The only thing that's put me to sleep is that same damn joke.
You know what's putting me to sleep? You know what's putting me to sleep? Staring at the Gorilla was blue Speedos. You know, that's this whole night just got me to pull my chicken out. So, but with that, it's been a really hard night, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But
but we love you, Larry, because you're back part of the panel, and we love you, but brother, you know that. So
Gorilla's like, I have a heart attack. And thank you, Gorilla, for having us
Yeah, no
on the
problem.
panel tonight. I appreciate that. But you know,
hey, he's got a flamethrower. Stop him.
yeah. So what's going on with Be Yourself Adventures? Yeah, Be Yourself Adventures is back. And I know I'm not going to start the Rubber Chicken channel either. But what I am doing something for Brother Jay because he asked me a while ago, talked about Top Secret, the movie.
Yeah.
You will laugh your head off every second.
Right. And he said, you know, I kept telling him, I will do it. I will do it. I promise I will do it. This Thursday, I'm doing that for you, Brother Jay. And
I have not been hogging you.
You told me every single minute.
No, I did not.
No, I know. I remember you asked me about it, and it kept being in my heart. Says I'm going to do it, and then so I figured I'm coming back. Why not do that? And so this is for you, Brother Jay, and
It's
whoever
kind
wants
of
to
a
come
tribute to Val
Kilmer. Yeah, yeah.
Val Kilmer. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My wife and I met him one time, and you know he was. My wife was coming out of the. My wife was going to the restroom. He was coming out, and my wife, you know, gave him a hug, shook his hand. He's like, "Oh man, my hands are still wet." And he's just he couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, Larry, can I interrupt and just say quickly, Val Kilmer does really get a bad rap for playing Batman, the one movie that Schumacher directed.
I loved it.
To be fair,
I liked it.
It was good.
I like it too. And to be fair, he went up against Jim Carrey, who's playing Riddler, and then you've got, Tommy Lee Jones playing,
Two-Face.
Two-Face. Yeah, I mean,
But yeah, thank you, Mike. But getting back, that was a kind of funny thing. So I figured, it was pretty heartbreaking. I knew a lot of the people from Aliens and stuff like that, and from Tombstone, Bill Paxton, Michael Biehn, and Val Kilmer. So I figured, well, this is a great tribute. I want to do this for my brother Jay, and I thought, why not? Let's do it. So if I'm back, I am definitely back, and so that's what's going on. There's going to be more videos and more adventures out there. Please check out my channel. Check out Gorilla's channel. Check out everybody, because everybody's here to reunite and have fun. It's not about money. It's about having fun. So always remember, be yourself. Gorilla, I'm going to shut up. So if you want to keep sucking on that cigar or whatever, or do whatever you want to do.
So I want to say welcome FKHC. We caught us just as we're closing up. But make sure to check out FKHC 2005. Great supporter of our channels there. As for me, I might do something tomorrow. I'm not sure yet, or that I might just have a fire. One of the two. Thursday, it looks like we'll be postponing Night Court 1 week, and we'll do Top Secret. I'll stream with Larry here on Top Secret.
Awesome.
Then Friday we'll have the Waltons episode. I still got to figure out what we're gonna do on Burnout, because I lost the copyright claim on that because Warner Bros. Is a bunch of jackasses.
Oh no!
Well, we did the 2 parts of that, so
it got blocked.
Why don't we just move to the next? It got blocked. Yeah. Why don't we just move on to the next episode then, Gorilla?
Yeah, but that's what I do want to redo eventually.
But once you do it on Cosme, that way they can't do nothing about it.
No, it's a review, not a watch party.
It's a review. It's not a watch party.
Sunday is we'll be watching Terminator 3, whichever.
Rise of the Machines.
Yeah.
Rise of the Machines.
That's a good one.
So thank you everybody for coming. Have a good night. Remember to be a gorilla.
Always be
Good night,
yourself,
everybody.
Night.
Good night.